on, text or question time.
07508
796619.
07508
796619.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
And we're back online. That time. Anyway, hello, welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leam, the show where we take a panel of comedians and subject them to an hour's worth of awkward and stupid questions. But all the questions come from me, some will come from you too. So if you've got one for the panel, submit it in the comments bit. More cringe the better, and answer along with us as we go along. But give us a share, a retweet, and subscribe to me on YouTube because I'm massively needy. While you're at it, go to one of the other pages as well. So like my Facebook page at Alex Leam Stand Up. Follow us on Twitter at Alex Leam or search Alex Leam on YouTube and give the Awkward Question Time Facebook page a like while you're at it. If you're not watching live and you're watching the replay, let us know where and at what time you're watching. But do join us live Sunday nights at 8:30. I say Sunday nights like it's every Sunday night, like this time last year when the world had ended. But occasionally life happens, so it might not be every Sunday night. I'll keep you posted. If you're watching on a proper TV, take a photo at a random moment tonight and either send it to one of the pages or DM it to me directly because I do like seeing that. I think that makes me a bit weird. And donate to the show if you are enjoying it via paypal.me/Alex Leam and ko-fi.com/Alex Leam as well. Or scan that and that'll donate a £5. So anything that is donated will then be divided up against all of the panel tonight. And if you want to get a text into the show, get a question in via text, text on Nokia 3310 07508 796619. Thanks to that chat line jingle that I made, I have now memorized that phone number. It is implanted in my head, but it's been at the expense of my own personal phone number, which that has then pushed out. I can't remember my own mobile number, but I know that. So, well done me. What we're going to also ask from you as well tonight is, as well as submitting a question by text, if you have a dark joke that you dare not say out loud, put on Twitter or say on stage, but you wanted to get it off your chest, text that number. We will read the joke out. You will not be you'll not be named, so there's no fears of cancelling. It's a dark joke amnesty night. So that number is 07508 796619. We've got one message already. Let's see if that's Kitty telling me that I'm old. No, that's good. And that's weird, whoever is that. It's a dark joke amnesty tonight. Get your dark jokes in. So let's get tonight's panel on in a particular order. Please welcome Dan Lyth, Lou Williams, Denzel DeCristo, and Greg Phillips. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you being smothered by your cat, Lou?
As per usual, yes.
Yes. Okay. He's hogging the limelight slightly. So keep your get your questions coming in. Say hello as well while you're at it. We'll get to our first question. Your cat is very distracting. Should we just watch your cat for an hour?
Yeah. Awkward cat time.
Awkward cat time with Lou. I was going to shout, but you're on earphones, so he can't hear us. What's that cat's name?
Pulled him out. Ozzy. His name's Ozzy.
Ozzy. All right. Wow, this got weird. Ozzy, hello. Okay, he's going towards the headphones. He can hear it. Ozzy.
That's Lenny.
Oh, that's Lenny. Hello. It's everyone's cat. He's here.
Lenny's cute.
Ozzy.
That's right. Yeah, questions. I knew something. Right, so first question to all of you. Can you rate my T-shirt? Now, as I mentioned before, we were on tonight. I've basically spent most of the last week drunk, and this T-shirt is a result of me being drunk and in possession of eBay. So it is, and because I used to own a T-shirt like this, very similar, because my nickname at school was Elvis. So I've bought the 68 comeback special T-shirt. So thoughts? Rate my T-shirt.
I want to know why your nickname is Elvis.
Well, because when I was at school in the 90s, I had a heck of a lot more hair than what I've got now. And I used a heck of a lot of gel.
Oh.
See, I thought it'd be all the cheeseburgers.
No, that came later.
Yeah,
that came later.
In the 90s, all the boys wore too much hair gel.
Oh, yeah, I was 60% shockwaves.
that needs to be the title of your next solo show or something.
60% shockwaves. I need actual jokes first.
Yeah, I'm just looking at, I'm just thinking, what material is the T-shirt made out of? Is it basic cotton or is it blue suede?
What? Oh, hello. Already. Frizzle looks a bit wrinkled. You need to put it in a Kobe trouser, Presley.
Hey.
I had a feeling that this was going to get used a lot, and I was right. I'm going to have this one in reserves as well.
Fantastic.
Is Roger watching?
No, Roger is now legally owned by Terravision, so I don't think it is allowed to go anywhere near the computer until he's sold at least 10 grand in merch. So, yeah. Also, a few more comments. Anthony Williams, better remake of Cats than the Corden one. We agree. We agree. Stuart Dunlop, I'm so glad I wore my headphones to hear that purring full force. You're welcome. You're welcome. Could be worse. You could have won the George Michael comeback special 96. Oh, it's that magical time of night where Darren's been on the Baileys. And he's off. He's off on one. Nice to have you with us, Big D, with your 14th logo by the looks of things now. Very prolific. So yeah, that's what it's made of. By the feel of it, I think if you recycled it, you could turn it into milk cans.
I like your T-shirt, Alex.
Post.
Well, three of you talked at once then, and it blew my mind. Well, Lou.
Go on, Lou.
98% viscose, I think.
I have no idea what you just said.
I like it. I like your T-shirt. It looks a bit tight on you, like you're caught in a trap and can't get out.
Very, very nice. And a lovely, feels like a sort of a very polite intervention to stop fucking eating.
I mean, I don't know about it. I mean, I'd have thought looking at it, you'd prefer to return it to sender.
Okay.
I must say, whilst wearing it, if you wear that out on the pool, you'll be always lonesome tonight.
Well, I've not worn this outside the house yet, but I think
wear it out in the ghetto.
I think you need to stop talking about it and take it off. A little less conversation, a little more action, please.
Okay. Thanks, Nair, for clarifying. Thanks for that. Have we run out of Elvis song-related puns?
Probably not. I mean, he is rather prolific, isn't he?
Yeah, he did have some sort of 60-odd albums. Hello again, Ozzy. Hello. Nice. Well, if you we'll go to the next question. Get your questions coming in for the panel, please, in the comments section. Next one. It's 34 days till Christmas. Looking forward to it?
No.
Yeah.
No, a very forceful no from Dan. Why so? Why so?
I went out earlier to the shops and I saw that 3 houses on my street have already put their lights up outside their houses.
Oh yeah, there's loads.
It's making me feel like I want to murder them all.
Yeah, I was in Dudley. Was it a couple of nights back? And loads of houses all around Dudley. You know, I've got all their full displays inside and outside the houses. You're sort of thinking, wow. Obviously, it's a big deal there. Yeah. I'm actually getting excited. I'm heading off to Europe to try to visit some of the Christmas markets, which are still open before they all get shut down. So I'm going over to Paris next week, and then heading over towards Germany, possibly Belgium as well, depending on lockdown statuses in these countries. So getting excited to get all my Christmas decorations bought abroad for change.
I did visit the Christmas market in Berlin, and I still called it a German Christmas market. But it's like you're in Germany, so it's just a market.
Yeah. Well, I'll say there's one in Stuttgart, and they've got a Swedish Christmas market in Germany. So I thought, yeah, fair enough, I'll do that.
That sounds sexier.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's got visions of a sauna.
Yeah.
It's funny. What's funny is really that like the Germans lost both world wars, and yet they're slowly taking over the world with Christmas markets instead. It's quite a seesaw, isn't it? Really, from.
I don't know. It's still people wearing uniforms and sort of like, yeah.
Greg's making a play for a job on GB News. Nice. Won't be long now. Won't be long. Dan, you were quite vehemently against it.
Yeah, I work in retail, so we've been playing Christmas songs for the last 2 weeks already.
No.
At work, so every fourth or fifth song is a Christmas song, and I cannot stand that Mariah Carey song. It makes me want to kill my. So, I think the problem is that we spend so much as a nation. We spend so much time celebrating the run up to Christmas, and then when it's actually Christmas for the 12 days of Christmas, which starts Christmas Day and ends January 6th. We're sick to death of it, so we don't actually like Christmas. We like the run up to Christmas, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's the part of the fun is like sneaking stuff when you're not supposed to. Like it's like no one will notice if I just tear around that side bit of the heroes and just sneak one out and then retape it up. I do like Secret Santa though. My favourite Secret Santa. I used to work for a fast food company, a very famous one. We used to sign this thing, and you only had to spend a £5. And apparently, 4 bottles of feminine wash comes to a £5 from Wilco's. So being able to give secret gifts to people, that was fun. What did
feminine intimate wash?
I really couldn't be bothered with Secret Santa, so I just got a small gift box and stuck a £5 in it.
That's all right. How much did the box cost?
I did sort of bend the rules slightly, so yeah. I mean, the box was like an extra £1, but I think I'll be happy with that £5 instead of
technically, you didn't actually spend a £5 on them. You only spent £1 on them, so they could have sort of like said, well, hold on.
I was bitter because the bag that came in, the carry bag, was 10p. So,
wow. Any more thoughts on Christmas? Because it does feel like a weird one this year because of the time warp of last winter's lockdown. So I remember there was people saying, "I'm going to leave my decorations up until COVID's over." So it's not over. So they should have just not taken them down. So there'd be those people come early February still had the tree up. So, I mean, and then whenever they opened up, it all just went so really quickly. It's like I've still got the love handles from last Christmas.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been cheated. What I'd like this year is if Christmas used comic relief rules and it just skipped a year.
I'm not sure it would do that. I think there's too many people looking forward to it.
Is the cat now on your head, Lou?
Yeah.
Just a bit of an issue here. Get off me!
Aussie, no means no. Though near is on Aussie's side. Aussie rules. And then I think Near then had an argument with themselves, just going, no. Stuart Dunlop, I've been converted to the early Christmas cult. Any reason to indulge in mince pies and mulled wine is a good one. Yeah, true. Anthony Williams.
I like the seasonal food.
Greg doing the topical material this week. Darren Archer, looking forward to the sweet, innocent look on my children's eyes when they open their present and realise Daddy forgot to buy presents again, and Daddy's drinking problem continues. We're barely 17 minutes in, Darren, and it feels like you need a hug.
So basically, Darren, do you buy them, half-drunk bottles of scotch and go, oh, that's where it got to? Is that what you wrap up and go, oh. Just claim it back off them, right? No, you're too young for that, but Daddy's not.
There was like when sort of like videos and DVDs were a thing. Did anyone buy a video or a DVD for a friend, but then watch it themselves first?
Yeah.
Or read it yourself if you bought somebody a book.
Yeah. Always.
No, not for books, but CDs. I'd always rip the CDs and put them onto my computer first.
Oh yeah. I used to do that too.
Yeah, but then again, my sister actually, I normally buy CDs for my sister, and she always says, "Can you put it on a USB as well? I can't be bothered." So it's like, "Yep, there you go. It's all on a USB and all in a pile of CDs for you." So I think next year I'm just going to give her a USB next time. Just save her all the money. It just she won't know whether music's new or old. It's like, yeah, this tune came out recently, 1973.
I used to love the ripping CDs. I felt like we were getting away with something. In the noughties, I did more bootlegging than Al Capone. Yeah, come after me, copyright bosses. Can't touch me. Sorry, hang on a second.
That's been my only contribution so far.
I love this. I mean, why?
You said can't touch me, so
oh, right. So that's it. I thought you were just going to be. I thought you were trying to be BB King for a second. That's right. I was reading out Lynn's. Just over a week until we're actively encouraged to crush subpar advent calendar chocolate immediately after brushing our teeth for 25 days. Vile, what a time to be alive. Advent calendar chocolate is weird. It's sort of got a similar taste to like Easter egg chocolate because it's got something in it to try and preserve it a bit longer.
Yeah. I got an advent calendar for my cat a couple of years back. Just some little treats in it, and have a little treat each day. She wasn't actually fussed about it. The treats were probably subpar cat treats. She was like, "No, I'll just have the normal ones, please."
I do like those. I was having over the rim shot.
The real ale advent calendars. Greg might know about this. You're a real ale fan. You can get 12 of those. Or what the advent calendar? How many days in advent calendars? Is it 25?
Whole 25. Of December.
Yeah, no, it's on until the 25th of December.
Some of them stop the day before. Some of them on the day.
Yeah,
there were big
all sorts. You don't have to buy chocolate ones though. You can buy gin ones, perfume ones, aftershave ones.
Lego. My friend buys a Lego one every year and builds a Lego model at the end of it.
Oh wow! But I do agree with Lynn. I do. Yeah.
I had a celebrations one year, which was a different celebration. That was pretty decent. I do like the idea of these adult ones that you can get, which are a shot of whiskey behind each one, or a sparkling wine or something like that. I'd still want to have it first thing in the morning, though. When I get up.
Oh no, it's an eye opener.
I think that's got to be on your desk at work, hasn't it? It's like, right, back another day in the office. Let's see what day we've got. Oh, I'll have that shot now. Onto the phones.
It's a mystery why I can't drive.
You should have a proper Breaking Bad calendar.
Oh, crystal meth advent calendar.
Oh. No, I mean, the difficulty for that is that you have the hit, and when you do come down, you end up sleeping for 3 days, don't you? So you have to end up sort of opening 4 or 5 days at a time.
Yeah, and eating them all at once.
Yeah, exactly. You go, whoa. And
today
sort of like 3 days of rave, boom.
I've got MDMA, heroin, and crack to have today.
Yeah, can't be doing with all that. Yeah.
Lynn Smith follows up with Easter egg chocolate is the absolute tits. I won't have this heresy.
No,
So-
yeah, I completely
it
agree.
depends.
Completely agree.
No,
with
if
you.
it's Nestle, the chocolate on Nestle chocolate bars with the fillings and stuff, and same with Mars, like a Mars bar or Snickers, lovely. The chocolate on its own, not good. So I will only have an Easter egg if it's Cadbury's, if I'm allowed to.
I
be
love your pronunciation of Cadbury's and Nestle. It's like nothing I've never heard before.
Nestle,
Yeah.
Cadbury's. Well, it's called correctly.
Well, that's me told. Okay. Andy Williams talking about last year's controversy. Last year, the celebrations one had bounty for the first 2 days, and the internet lost its mind.
I like a bounty. I'm a fan of a bounty.
Oh,
You like
It
that?
loses its mind over 2 chocolates. I think that really we should just
last
for an
December,
apocalypse. Really,
there wasn't much else going on. So,
And I can imagine that's one thing they're all looking forward to all year. Is finally we can open the advent calendar. You get bounty on day 1 and day 2, and you go, can this year get any worse?
That potentially will have tipped somebody over the edge. I think.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake! I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
someone over the edge is
No,
tipping me over the edge.
Yeah. Boris announces another sort of like, oh yeah, Christmas. Those Christmas plans we did suggest. No, 3 hours maximum. 3 hours with your relatives. That's it. Oh, and have a bounty. Have another bounty.
aren't they having you can trade in your unwanted bounties this year, and they'll give you something different in return? Am I just tripping again? Have I just dreamt this?
Maybe.
Oh, so,
Maybe-
so
maybe
basically
you're on
now
that.
people. Yeah, I'm thinking people are going to become bounty hunters, aren't they now? So they can trade into-
Oh, very nice. Bounty hunting. Love it. I a couple of years ago, that week between Christmas and New Year, as I believe it's called the festive perineum. During that time, because I'll let Dan enjoy that a second before I keep going.
Carry on.
I tried to sell or swap all of the unwanted celebrations on Facebook Marketplace. So I had them sort of like lined up on the arm of the chair that I was in. I said unused celebrations, £100 or part chop for some different chocolates. Somebody thought I was being dead serious and went, £100, get real, mate. I was like, yeah, all right, calm down. I had somebody trying to swap me for some Domestos. Didn't take them up on the offer.
Might taste better.
And I got a reply from Celebrations on Twitter when I put that up. They just went, great offers there. Great offers. Thanks. Okay. A bounty is not just for Christmas. # end bounty neglect, says Stu.
I'm with you, Stuart. I'm with you. I like a bounty. I'm a fan.
I do like bounties.
Darren Archer has worked the keyboard again. I'd buy them cheap candle holders. Are really just empty gin bottles recycling at its worst. I get this vision when Darren's watching this show live that he's sort of slumped at his kitchen table wearing a wedding dress. and crying ever so slightly to himself in between and going, I don't want to be funny. Let us know if I'm on the money with that one, Big B. Let us know. I've completely forgotten the original question. That's right. Are you looking forward to Christmas? That's it, wasn't it?
No.
No.
After that chat, no.
No. Nothing on the text, which leads me to deduce that Kitty's not watching this week, because normally by this point she texts me to just say, you're old. So it just don't feel right with that happening. Nia has now, if anyone, I've no idea, if anyone can add context to this, Nia's just put and a bra. What was that relating to?
In a pear tree? I don't
No,
know.
no, she's wearing a wedding dress.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes, of course. The big pink bra with it now. Sorry, Nia, that's me being slow. I've killed off many brain cells this week.
Do you think that might be George's fault then for you being slow today?
George.
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
And me. So yeah, they're the three people we're going to blame for that one. Any more thoughts on Christmas before we move on?
Well, I'm actually, like I mentioned, I'm off to Holland because they actually celebrate something else, Sinterklaas Day. So on the 6th of December, they have their equivalent of Christmas where gifts are left by St. Nicholas. So they get to celebrate it nice and early, and then they get another one on the 25th. So I'm thinking of bringing that in. And then I like the Spanish idea. They actually open their presents on the 6th of January. So I'm thinking if we can combine all of that, I can have an entire month of just opening presents. Admittedly, I'll be the one buying the presents for myself, but it's still.
Okay, so everyone make a note. Keep sending Denzel shit from time. Just wrap stuff up. Send it to him.
Yeah, I'll get some empty gin bottles, won't I?
With Merry Big D Archer coming down the chimney. He's not commented again. I get the feeling he's passed out. So, we'll go on to our next question. Thinking forward now, thinking more towards the summer. What's the worst holiday you've ever been on? This one has got you all thinking. So what's your? Oh, you got one. You got one.
I've got one. Yes, it's it's the only time I actually did a lads' holiday. Just me and this bloke was at nursing university, studying nursing, and we went off on holiday to college to a Greek island. Thing is, by day 2, I discovered I didn't actually like the guy at all. Could not stand him. Spent the entire holiday. We were sharing a room. I spent the entire holiday just getting absolutely shit faced. He was there. He was sleeping with as many women as he could in the bed right next to my bed, and then phoning his girlfriend in the morning and telling her how much he loved her, and missed her. And I was going, "Oh, this is fun." So I'm not going to name Alan at all. I won't mention Alan.
Alan, you nasty.
Yeah. So I think that was it. It's the first time actually I was so hungover that I went to a different continent just to get McDonald's. We travelled by boat from Kos over to Turkey for the sole reason of having a McDonald's.
Amazing. That's great effort. That is a great effort. Was this before Uber Eats?
This definitely before Uber Eats. Yeah, this is 20 odd years ago. Yeah.
So that'd be around about the time when they'd stopped letting people smoke in British McDonald's, but you still could on the continent, and they used to have the McDonald's ashtrays with the M in it. If anyone else remembers them.
Oh yeah, I remember.
No, I don't remember them.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find a picture and get it up on screen. So while I look for McDonald's ashtrays, anyone else got a holiday from hell story?
No, because I've lived a very sheltered life and I've only been on a holiday a number of times, and every single one of them has been wonderful.
Well, in which case, one of them must be the worst. Out of all of them, even if they're all wonderful, one of them will be still slightly less wonderful than the others.
There was. I went to Skeggy with my dad and my brother, and we stayed in a caravan, and I met a girl the first night, and she snogged my face off. And I think it was mostly so my dad would buy her beer, because we agreed to meet the next day, and she stood me up.
Oh. Everyone give Dan a hug, virtually. Virtually. I found a picture of a McDonald's ashtray. That's lovely. Bring it in. I found a picture of a McDonald's ashtray. I'm going to try and get this on the screen. I don't do this for 2 weeks. I forget how to work StreamYard. Well done, me. Oh God, I'll piss off with your web images. Oh, a designer's frustration coming out there. Greg, what about yourself?
I went to Egypt with the ex-girlfriend. I'm going back about 5 years, and it was.
Yeah.
She chose the place, and she was a teaching assistant, so we had to go out of, like in the school holidays. And I don't know if you've ever been to Egypt in August, but it is the hottest place in the world. And I burn easily. I think I was crispy by the end of that holiday. The best thing about it was like there was a big water park on site, and it was about the sort of time that I was realizing that I didn't love her anymore, but I did love water slides. So I had a half decent time on my own.
That's one hell of a breakup. I don't love you, but I love water slides.
She can't compete, can she, Billy?
There we go. This probably is not going to be worth it for all the effort it's taken for me to convert this to a fucking JPEG. But there it is, the McDonald's ashtray.
Hey.
There they are, just as I remembered it. I mean, a Big Mac with a slight hint of fag ash. It had a bit of an edge. Had a bit of an edge to it. So there we go. That's the Mackie D's ashtray. So this, this is so freaky. I'm in the kitchen looking at bridal magazines in my pants with a certain comedian's mum. Oh, fuck's sake, now. Read between the lines.
Yeah, how is your mum at the moment, by the way, Alex?
Well, I've not been
Darren.
I've not been downstairs in 30 minutes, so that's enough time for us to pop over to Hereford, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
it. So, hey, look, Anthony Williams, I once got shot by the Bulgarian mafia. To find out more, why not come and see me perform at the Tap on the 7th or in Drumfield on the 9th?
You're welcome.
Like what you're doing there. It's not you. It's
Shameless plug.
Yeah, very shaped. That's good plug level. That's ace plug level.
Very good plug level.
With the breakup line, it's not you, it's the flumes. If someone can add context to Nia for me again. Who?
You think
know which comedian's mum Darren's hypothetically with?
Right. Thank you. So I will get a hang of this. And I swear by next Sunday night, my brains will be back. I swear. That ashtray looks like it has the McDee's logo embossed on it in a Banksy-esque critique of ever-present capitalism. I'm exhausted after reading that out, Stuart.
I love the way Stuart Dunlop thinks. Hi, Stuart, by the way. I love the way you think.
But no, they were real. They had a little stack of them, and they after they got a bit full, they just lobbed them into a bin and then just stuck more off.
Because I used to bunk off school, and I started smoking them without my parents knowing. So I used to bunk off school, go to McDonald's for my egg McMuffin in the morning, and then I'd sit and have one of me 10 B&H that used to cost me 85p and flick it in the ashtray.
You fucking stink.
This is starting to turn into a bit like Life on Mars. Back to the bygone era. Holidays from Hell. My worst one, which wasn't redeemed at all by the name of the resort, was Penis Cola.
I remember. I feel like we've gone back in time. Tiger King's back on Netflix. I'm back online doing Awkward Question Time, and I specifically remember Penis Cola from an earlier episode in season 1.
They have. I mean, they had like the I Love New York fridge magnets, but there's I Heart Penis Cola. I mean, there's no accent on any of the words. It was literally Penis Cola as one word. So I went with two of the comedians, Graham Whistler and Adam Money, and we arrived because it's like Graham's parents had a timeshare there, and we found out why it was so cheap because by the time we got there, the entire resort had shut. There was nobody about, and by day 3, we were getting on each other's nerves like never before, to a point where it took us 6 months to speak to each other. after the holiday had ended, because all there was to do was just go and sit on the beach, which at late September was getting a bit blustery. And the only time things livened up a bit was when a load of Barcelona police came to the hotel for a bit of R&R after breaking up the independence riots.
I think they missed a trick, really. They should have called it Coca-Cola, shouldn't they?
Hey. Nice. Look it up. That place does exist. It's about 40 miles from Valencia, roughly.
Yeah. It's got a 13th century castle, panoramic views of the coast and artillery park, full of lavender and olive trees, apparently.
I love with that headset that you've got on. It feels like I'm online with a travel agent.
I have just booked your flights there, Alex.
Could you upgrade me, Denzel? Could you upgrade me?
Yeah, absolutely. I can upgrade. You're not a problem at all. You're now flying the plane.
Great. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Hello. It's all kicking off now. You could use those ashtrays to bake mince pies, complete with the embossed M. Good thinking, Andy. Good thinking. Thank you, Lou, but I wouldn't wish the way I think on anyone. We've got to dish out another virtual hug. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Tubbs, man of mischief. Which came first, the egg or the chicken, or Tubbs wanking off a chicken? Are you on acid again, Tubbs? We won't judge you. Just let us.
Hi, Tubbs.
Do you want us to stroke you and tell you that you're pretty?
I think Tubbs, if you're
say?
wanking the chicken and then you're not wanking yourself, then the chicken's going to come first.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Denzel. Hi, Alex.
Hello, Alex Bland. Hello up there. Is it snowing? What is the strangest item you have ever purchased? Oh, well, hello. Yeah. Tubbs clarified, yes, stroke me. So, strangest item that you have ever purchased. I think I've got like a top 5 of like stupid things that I shouldn't buy. I bought this off eBay when I was a little. eBay should have a breathalyzer. You should be fit. You've got to blow into a tube before you can purchase anything. I remember the whole genesis of why I bought this, because at the time I was still producing Booze at 10, so Graham's show, and there was a chat about drugs that phone dealers use.
I got high on a Nokia.
Hang on, I've not used this one for a bit.
I can't. Words. Good.
Appropriate. I'll try this again. I'm now really self-conscious about trying to use this phrase. This is a phone drug dealers use. Nailed it. So then the whole basis of that show is you've got to be having a drink in the chat. So while I was sort of listening to the show, I then opened eBay up and bought that. If we're talking about random purchases, oversized rubber duck. I could find a load more and tell you about it. This.
Get rid of that duck. Can I have it?
Okay, fair enough. Oh, I seem to enjoy buying oversized things because I wasn't bought these. Jumbo plate. So there was like £3 in home bargains.
Are you sure you didn't nick them from Drumfield?
No.
You look like George Coppen doing a magic trick.
I think everyone just go home. Dan's just won. It wins the internet. I was going to try and play a card right, but all the suits are in the same sort of like order, so that'd be quite dull.
Pointless, wouldn't it? Yeah.
A bit pointless, but yeah, there you go. Full pack of extra size playing cards. Which
this is one thing which I bought last year.
A cuddly COVID.
A cuddly COVID, yeah. I bought this just for a Halloween photo, and also there's one little quick joke I can do with this. I've caught COVID.
Hey!
Yay.
You're in Roger Swift territory there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Any more? Oh, a big blue ring.
It's a pillow for people with piles.
I was about to say.
Smile pillow. if you will.
Yeah, pillow pillow. Hello, a hemorrhoid relief pillow.
Wouldn't it just be a pillow?
Pillow.
Hello, very nice. Anthony Williams, that could go viral, Benz. Just for you, Anthony. That's just for you. Like it's. Any more weird purchases?
I've been on the receiving end of somebody who's bought a stupid thing. Because on my 21st birthday, my dad bought me a present, as all dads should buy the sons on their 21st birthday. And my present was an inflatable Willy costume.
Okay.
I like those inflatable dinosaur costumes.
Yeah.
But a big knob.
Yeah, 7 foot. Yeah, a big 7 foot inflatable Willy costume is what he got me for my 21st.
Did it work?
As if to say, "Here, son, I'm proud of you." There you go.
Yeah. But when you wore it,
You're
did
a
it work?
giant cock.
You got any people stroking you?
I love the fact when Greg finished talking, we were all clearly trying to picture him in that costume. Then, weren't we? Oh, there you go.
I'm thinking he's not taking it off yet, though, has he?
Oh, you bitch!
Oh dear.
Wow. I'm running through all of the ones that I'm not used for a while tonight.
It's a deep burn.
That one was bound to make an appearance tonight. I'm here.
I've got to say, so great. In all the times you've appeared on this show, you've gotten off quite lightly tonight. This has been okay. I was half expecting it earlier on the group chat when Lou said, "I'm happy to be the only fanny here." I'm thinking any minute now, someone's going to go, "No, Greg's here." No.
You know that costume, Greg? Did you ever have the balls to wear it?
Note to self: this is what jokes sound like.
Just make sure. Just write a shit ton of one-liners, but take your iPad anyway and just play the rim shot sound after every one-liner.
Sadly, nobody's text on the dark joke amnesty. I did have a one-liner that presented itself to me. I'm thinking, I actually like that, but I could never do it on stage or live. And it's in our house, we don't decorate a tree at Christmas. We decorate a heroin addict. Although, if you do it too early, all the needles drop off.
I've actually heard someone do a very similar joke. Yeah.
I've got a dark joke.
Go on.
Kel Surprise.
Yeah. One that I struggled to. I think I've used it once or twice on stage, and people have reeled from it. So I had an ex-girlfriend, and she really hurt me. So I started stalking her on Facebook, and I found out recently that she's pregnant. So now I want 2 people to die.
I'm not going to lie, I think that's brilliant.
What to do?
I just let's have a moment to appreciate that joke. There's kind of like, it just feels like you're possessed by Frankie Boyle at one point.
No, well, I don't mind if the kid survives the birth, as long as they don't do a DNA test.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the viewer comments before this becomes a thing on the Comedy Collective. Yeah, snow on my head. I'm like Everest. Thanks, Alex. Stood a lot. Alex enjoys purchasing oversized things. Any psychologists in to dissect that statement? You don't need to be Freud to read between the lines of that. Big D Archer, my nan bought me small ladies' driving gloves and Bailey's chocolate for my 5th birthday. Sad, really, but she's dead now. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. We Darren, we care about you, and
We love you, Darren.
we want the best for you, and you're just hurting yourself here.
Bailey's chocolates aren't sad.
They are when you're 5.
But yeah, they are when you're 5.
Yeah, oh, fantastic! I've got chocolates. I can eat these chocolates. Why is Mummy taking these chocolates away from me?
Because she's an alcoholic.
You can actually get chocolates filled with vodka, which my mum found out about. Mum was absolutely delighted by finding these proper finished chocolates. Someone brought them up, but they're ridiculously strong vodka. And I was thinking, what's the point? It's not exactly, it doesn't exactly enhance the flavour of the chocolate. It's like this burst of vodka in your mouth every time you have a chocolate.
It sort of feels like how I imagine it would feel biting into a cyanide capsule. I'm like, fucking hell, that's strong. And then you're dead.
I like proper liqueur chocolates. I think they're ever so nice.
It's not the cure though, is it? Where vodka.
It's not Dooley's.
No, it's Polish liqueurs, isn't it?
Yeah. Big D is still drinking the Baileys, as Alex planned. I don't know if anyone watched the first Gavin and Stacey Christmas special, but he does have Big D's giving off some Uncle Bryn vibes. Just me then, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we now know what the chocolates are in Big D's advent calendar. Yes. Actually, yeah, that could be a good sub question to ponder on. What else would be in Big D's advent calendar? Oh, do you know what you want in an advent calendar? A bacon sandwich.
Yeah, it's all right on day 1, but I'm not having a bacon sandwich on day 24 when it's been just in. Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the 25th day, that's when you get like something a bit fancy, a bit Waitrosy for Christmas morning. It's like scrambled eggs and smoked salmon.
Yeah, but by day 25, what you're getting from that is food poisoning.
That would be true. That would be true. Essentially,
I just vacuum pack it.
Essentially, what I really want is a chef. And that was so much better with the echo. It really enforced the point.
I mean, how big is your advent calendar exactly? That behind each door there's a different chef.
Well, it's so big it makes my head look proportionate. So
you could have an advent mansion with like 25 different rooms, and you spend each day in a different room.
Or you just have an advent hatch, don't you? So there's a hatch between the dining room and the kitchen. You open the hatch each day, and there's a chef passing you your food.
Or to save money, if we're going behind a full-size door, just try breaking and entering. Similar vibes.
Yeah, and it's got the right numbers on it, hasn't it? I think you have to pick a different street each day, though, because if you're doing it in number order down the same street, by day 3 they're going to catch you.
That's true. Be a good cover story. Just make out that you're from the postcode lottery. If anyone catches you trying to get it. On to our next question. Still got time for another viewer's question if you want to get one in before the end of the show. Next question is, have you ever wanted to quit comedy? Now, I asked this because it came up on Facebook memories for me recently. Apparently, I quit in 2012.
We can tell. Yeah.
All right, Don.
That's when you last wrote a joke, was it?
Ooh, it's a deep burn.
You quit and came back, Lou?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Would I quit again?
I don't know. It sort of feels slightly mafioso sort of type now, where I'm sort of like so badly in debt to the whole notion of performing comedy. It's kind of like, if I quit now, it's like, that could be a lot of wasted time. just a heck of a lot of time, money wasted to no avail. If I was, I had my moments where I just think, what's the fucking point? But I think the 2012 throwing toys out of pram and quitting was because I didn't win a comedy competition, and the only reason I didn't win is because I had a cold, and that was what the judges said. They said, "Yeah, you sound a bit bunged up. We would have given you the prize, but no, you're ill." So then I got completely what's the phrase? Pissed and angry on Facebook. I would say I'd learnt my lesson about getting angry on Facebook and putting stuff up before I really thought about it. But no, I was still doing that 9 years later. So it was a very stupid emotional rage quit, and something that I've not done since. No, I have done since, but in different forms. Let's just say I'm terrible. So, anyone else ever?
The most bad gigs I've ever had in a row is 3. And after that third, that's the first time where I thought maybe I should just stop doing this now, because it was third. But the very next one was at the Tap with you. And it was a wonderful, wonderful gig, and that really got me going again. So, yeah. Okay. So 3. I've had bad gigs and then bounced back. I've had 2 gigs bad on the bounce, but that third one was the 3 in a row is the one that shook me. And I don't know if that one at the Tap was the 4th in the row. I might have quit, but I'm still here. So,
thankfully, and you became an award-winning comedian because
I
of
did.
it. Yeah.
Look at my award. It's totally legitimate comedy award. This is to certify that Dan Lythe has won most inappropriate comedian of the year 2021, signed by the one and only Alex Leam. So totally legitimate.
Yeah. That's because my opinion matters. Yeah.
I have one of those awards. I got the Park Life Comedian of 2021.
Yes. It worked so well. I did it in the following month.
Didn't George win an award when he wasn't even performing?
Yes,
yeah,
tallest.
He was in the audience.
Tallest comedian of the year.
That wasn't the most controversial one though, because with 3 ginger comedians performing on the night, a bald comedian won best ginger comedian. He's not even got any hair.
What I liked about that was when he posted the photo of that certificate on Facebook, and 4 people thought it was genuine. That's a part that I really like. Oh, well done, mate. Ginger comedian of the year. Well done. Well done.
So I've got to be honest, I actually had people, family and friends messaging me going, "Well done, Lou," and I was like, "It's not a real award." I seriously, I must have said it about 10 times on that thread. I was like, "No, it's not real." All this hard work's paying off, and I'm like, "It's not real."
Tom, who won Ginger Comedian of the Year, said he's going to put that in the blurb to promoters whenever he tries to get gigs. So do that. Yeah. Do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Darren Archer is still with us. Do Jehovah's Witnesses have advent calendars? All the doors are glued shut. I love the fact that you just screamed no before we got to the punchline now.
It reminds me of a joke that's not mine, but it's one of my favourite jokes, and it's I got myself a Jehovah's Witness advent calendar. Behind every door, someone tells you to fuck off.
One of my favourites, again, not mine, was I got a Tory advent calendar. There's a cunt behind number 10. And that's been true for the last decade. Yeah. Any more for? I've forgotten what question we were on. Yes, quitting
comedy. Yeah. The closest I came, I did a gig. I did a gong show up in Stockton-on-Tees, and I got booed off stage after 52 seconds. And I did think, what I really need to do now, is possibly get another gig as quickly as possible to get over it. And I did get another gig about 4 months later, thanks to COVID. That was my last gig before the world locked down.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Friday the 13th of March. Booed off stage. Great.
Oh my god!
So you had an enforced quitting.
I had an enforced quitting, but at the time when I thought, yeah, I've got to get another gig soon, otherwise that's it. You know, my confidence is going to be knocked, isn't it? I'm not going to be able to get back on stage. Thank you, government.
Looks like Big D also had a moment which brought him close to it, saying yes recently, but then you have a gig that makes you remember Whale of Comedy. I remember about 2017 sort of time, I had a run similar to what you were talking about, Dan. Like 5 or 6 on the bounce where you just think, have I completely lost the ability to do this? Because I'm just talking to people like, And so I made the mistake of putting that up on Facebook, just the hypothetical, the question. So has anyone had a run of really bad gigs where you play into silence and you think that you've lost it? The response from circuit veteran Mike Gunn was, no. Thanks, Mike.
Lovely feedback.
What Darren Archer's just said there, I think that's I'm going to step in here. I think that's a really, really massive point. I think a lot of us forget why we started doing this. We all have our own reasons for doing it. And if anybody follows me on Facebook, you'll see that I do talk about this quite often. And I think it's easy to forget why we started. If the times that I wanted to quit comedy were never because of a bad gig, they were because of other comedians. So no, I won't quit.
Yeah, I think it's particularly with like social media when you see seemingly people doing really well, and I've been guilty of that because I've been trying to really rub people's faces in it all year. But when you see like thinking, oh God, how come they're doing so well? It just makes it feel like a treadmill, and you forget about the love of it. But yeah. Damn it. We're not forgetting now. This now feels like therapy.
Just remember why you started. That's the.
Yeah, but promise I started by mistake.
That's what it doesn't matter. You're enjoying it and you love it and you're good at it. And what the hell? And that's how I look. We've all got our reasons for doing what we're doing. And to be honest, I mean, I did quit because the COVID had hit as well, and I just thought, oh, sod it, I can't be asked of all the stress. But now, would I quit again? No. I'm going to stay just to annoy everyone who doesn't like me.
That's the best way to do it.
I have similar thoughts and feelings on that. Although,
baby.
Although most of the people that don't like me have defriended me in the last month, so fuck them. they can't handle the heat. They can't handle the heat.
It's like the trash taking out itself. I really wouldn't worry. Bye, Felipe. Bye, Felicia. That's it. End of. Next question, please.
That's well, I mean, we're coming close to the end of the show, but I just feel the need to sort of like elongate the show slightly just to see another cat appearing and randomly just walking across the screen. Because was it my imagination about 5 minutes ago? Did one jump on your tits?
That was Fergie.
That was Fergie. That was Fergie. Yeah. Anthony Williams said he nearly did quit just to concentrate on promoting, then had a great gig at Tribe Fest and was back chasing the dragon. Yes, it is like a cross between an extreme sport and a drugs hit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. You can never quite get that same reaction from that very first gig where you get the first laugh. You never quite get that.
My first gig mainly had Japanese tourists who couldn't speak English. And I still came back for more. Think of that what you will. So as we're going to the end of the show, that is the hour. Before we leave, we'll go around everyone just to see if you've got anything to plug, even if it is just your socials. Lou, we'll start with you.
I wasn't expecting that.
Lots to plug then.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No.
Do your cats have an Instagram at least?
They do actually.
Do they? Really? All right, what's your cat's Instagram?
It's the Cats of Ellingham Manor.
Ooh. The Cats of Ellingham Manor. Denzel, you next.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things to plug. My online panel show, Den of Fools, is going to be on the 14th of December. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. It's a Christmas special. I can't tell you who the guests are. I haven't got around to booking them yet, but yeah, so it might just be me doing improv games. Guess the guest is going to be particularly interesting. It's like, well, I'm asking myself questions, so to watch it just for that amusement. There's a den of laughs with my own night in Long Eaton. I was back on the 16th of December. We've got Ben Briggs headlining. We've got the Eddie Johnston bit opening. We've got some fantastic acts in the middle as well, including Queen Elizabeth making a performance, making an appearance. Big D is going to be emceeing it if he's sobered up enough to drive. By then, he's got a month. So yeah, it's gonna be. But yeah, I've got a couple other Queen Elizabeth gigs coming up as well. Throughout every Thursday, pretty much in December. So on the 9th of December, Queen Elizabeth's in Tamworth, and on the 23rd, she's in Stoke.
Excellent. Stuart Dunlop, great show as always, but now I'm awaiting the Awkward Question Time advent calendar to come out filled with donated bounties. That'll be out 1st of January, Stuart. So Dan, anything to plug?
So I've took a little bit of a break, but I'm going to start up again. So you can catch my podcast on Spotify and Amazon. It's the Soft Spot for Stand Up. We've had some wonderful guests, including Greg Phillips and Alex Leam. Wednesday, I'm at NCF Comedy in Nottingham. I'm looking forward to that. Woo. And then on Friday, I've started running my own night. So it's the second night. So it's Up Market Comedy at the Market Pub in Chesterfield, which I get to walk to and walk back. So I'm going to be the host for them. We've got a wonderful opener for that one. I think his name's Greg Phillips.
Say what?
Yeah. I've got
Go on.
I've got a nice little gig on Saturday in a bookstore, which is the most I've ever been paid for comedy. I can't remember where it is, but it's sold out, so you can't come anyway. Yeah, that's it. I know that a few people have been missing the podcast, and I have took a long break from it, but I am going to start up again. So just search for that. Dan Live Comedian on Facebook as well.
Love that you put the Piles pillow on your cuddly. Yeah. It suits him.
Yeah.
It's more like a hemorrhoid halo now.
No, it's like a blue hairnet, like he's working on a production line for food.
Yeah.
All right. Greg, things to plug.
Well, Dan's already announced me as his. Oh, well, he did it ages ago. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that next week because I get to bus to Chesterfield and spend the money that Dan's paying me to open on beer.
Yay.
And then a taxi home.
Getting your substance abuse in early in your career.
That's it, isn't it? Laugher Cake Comedy is back at Craftworks in Mosborough on Wednesday night. And we launch our new night at the Tupton Tap, which is the edge of Chesterfield in Tupton, with a very familiar headliner, the one just above me there, flexing his comedy store muscles there. We have Kay Taylor, who's absolutely brilliant. If you've not seen her, she's amazing. Benny Shakes, Katie Mitchell, and Eric Max Powers on the bill for that one. We are back in Dronfield on the 9th of December, and I haven't done the posters yet, but thank you, Anthony, for announcing yourself there. Ant Dewson is going to be headlining that night. Really looking forward to that. And lastly, Laugher Cake Comedy is up for an award in the Midlands Comedy Awards. We are on for Best Small Club. So if you've performed at a gig of mine, or you've been and loved it, give us a vote. Page 9.
Nice. I'm also in the running for Best Act and Best Show. So all the votes will be appreciated because who I'm up against, I don't stand a fucking chance. Hey, I'd want to vote for the boys of the All Night Chemist. Don't. Me. So that is it. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks again for my panelists tonight: Lou Williams, Denzel DeCristo, Dan Lyth, and Greg Phillips, who's gotten off probably the lightest he's ever gotten off on this show.
Yeah, it was easy.
It's easy streak tonight. We'll have to get you back on just to roast the fuck out of you. Until next Sunday night, 8:30. Stay awkward.